Hey y'all, what's up? Let's get into our show, honey. Y'all pardon me, I'm working from home, so I'm comfortable. I got on my little tight shit over here. All right, let's get into the show, child. Let's get into the show. All right, so thank y'all for coming back for our midday pop-in because we got some news, child, we got to catch y'all up on. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday thus far. Let's get into the show. All right, everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Ooh, child. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah. All right, y'all. So we got an update on this Iran war attack business, child. Let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it because Iran ain't playing. And now Japan done spoke up. China done spoke up. Y'all, this issue's getting serious. All right. So, as you guys can see coming up on my screen, U.S. officials confirm Iran launched missiles, you guys, at Qatar's, Al-Udeid Air Base. Says it's the largest U.S. military installment in the region, child. Ooh. Now, let's go ahead and listen to what they have to say.
I'm sorry, Tudor, we got to get to this. We'll come back. We are getting reports Iran has launched 6 missiles over United States bases in Qatar. I'm looking now, major cases of GPS jamming in Qatar and other Gulf states. Iran is bombing Qatar. Let's bring in now Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. You and I started talking about this about more than an hour ago now. Are we where your sources are telling you that we thought we'd be? Have we gone someplace that we're at least prepared to deal with?
Well, Harris, right now, what we can tell from open source reporting on Twitter, you can see imagery of about what we're told from Israeli sources are 6 ballistic missiles that have been fired from Iran towards Qatar. As you know, as we discussed, the Al-Udeid base, the largest U.S. Base in the Middle East, is about 40 miles from the capital of Qatar, from Doha. You can see the night skies over Doha right now, and there are explosions in the air. Some of those may be air defense missiles, Patriot missiles, trying to intercept those ballistic missiles. We have no indications of impact at this point. As you and I discussed before, there were satellite images from last week of Al-Udeid, where the U.S. normally has a large number of transport planes, refueling planes, that those tarmacs had been emptied of those warplanes. But Al-Udeid normally would have 10,000 U.S. troops based there. There had been warnings. They're afraid to come out and actively say that.
Sorry, Tudor.
All right, so that's it. As y'all can see, honey, they were talking about something else, and honey, breaking news. So 6 missiles have been launched. All right, at Qatar's Al-Udeid Air Base. Okay, I hope that's how you say it. Which they're saying is the largest U.S. military installment in the region. So, yeah, Iran, honey, is clapping back. They already said it. There's no peace, honey. They're not stopping. They are on the retaliation BS right about now. Okay, so they are it said that they're retaliating for the American bombing of its nuclear sites. So America, Trump sent those missiles over to them, 3 of which, and now they've sent 6. Okay. Oh my God, they are doing a lot. They're doing a lot. So let's continue, child, because I pulled up some more stuff. Let's continue. We got to keep y'all updated, honey. We got to keep y'all updated. We're gonna get to the mess here in a second, but we got to get into this, child. I need to know if I'm gonna be able to come back for the next live shit. All right. Child might be talking to y'all from an underground tunnel somewhere. All right. Hear me, I'll be coming back for the next live underground or something, child. Ooh, Lord. All right. So so the update is that no U.S. casualties reported after Iran attack on the Udeid Air Base. So that's the air base. As I just told you guys, Iran sent 6 missiles. No casualties have been reported after the Iran attack on us. Okay, so praise God for that. So it says no casualties were reported after the Iran targeted a U.S. military base in Qatar in an apparent response to U.S. strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities days earlier. So no fatalities. All right. Let's get into that.
I'm sorry, Tudor, we got to get to this. We'll come back.
We won't play that again. But as you guys can see, no fatalities. No fatalities so far have been reported. Okay. So thank God. So six missiles were launched, none of which I guess landed and or disturbed anything on the military base. As you guys can see, it's undisturbed, nothing hit. So praise God. Is that to say that they're not going to launch anymore? We don't know. But as of now, what they did launch, it did not do ish. Okay, so maybe said, real, do I have a bunker? Hell no, I'm about to get back there and start digging one. Okay, I'm gonna get my dogs digging too. I got Chihuahua in the pit, baby. They about to put their asses to work. Now I feed y'all well. We about to get the dogs back there digging, and baby, let them go back there and dig a bunker so we can all be safe and get down in there. All right, just in case, girl. I might be coming live in my bunker next. Okay, you look a little dark in there. That's why. All right, my next video look dark. That's why, child. We underground in this bitch. All right, moving on. Let's get into some Diddy news, child. Yes, honey. Get the dogs back there to digging so we can get underground, baby, because we ain't trying to be blued up out here. All right, so Sean Diddy Combs' SEX trafficking case nears the end as the defense declines to call a witness. They don't have no witnesses that's going to come forward to testify on Diddy's behalf. That's what they're saying. Diddy, you got all these friends in Hollywood where you've been Diddy bopping all these damn parties, these white parties, these Diddy parties, these after parties, and ain't nobody gonna take off from work. Ain't nobody pulling up to testify for Diddy in this damn trial. What is going on, Diddy? Where your friends at? What about your friends? Where your friends? Diddy ain't got no friends. The only person came up there was damn Kanye, and his ass is now in a mental facility, they saying, out of the country. He didn't even testify. He heard him, got the hell out of there when he heard that case. He said, shit, let me go get my ass committed in the psych ward after this. Damn. You ain't got no friends, Diddy. I ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends. Okay? Everybody video you been in. You done been in everybody video. Mace was like, nope. Okay? You done been in total video. You done had, the whole damn bad boy. Ain't nobody coming forward to testify for Diddy. Ain't that a shame? Now, the defense done had all these people come in and testify against Diddy. And now that this Diddy turns, say, all right, who y'all got to come up and testify for Diddy? And looking back, ain't nobody sitting back there. Go figure. But anywho, so the SEX trafficking case against Sean Diddy Combs seems to be entering its final chapter without a single witness taking the stand in defense for Diddy. Diddy, damn Diddy. Lord. So it says, according to CNN, prosecutors are planning to wrap up their case against the embattled 55-year-old hip-hop mogul child. Everybody stand their distance from this shit. I don't blame them. It says that the trial's final witness, Special Agent Joseph Carciello of Homeland Security Investigations, is expected to complete his testimony, marking the end of the prosecution's presentation, Lord. All right. So I guess Al B. Sure ain't going to be coming through there. All right. I guess not, because he was saying on the little news thing that we saw a few weeks back that he was going to be testifying in the Diddy trial. So I guess they don't need him, child. Maybe they got everything they need so far. So Diddy's defense team told the court that they won't be calling any witnesses, not even Combs himself. Damn, you can't be your own witness. That would make it look better. Say, well, we have to witness me. Shit. So according to CNN, his lawyers will only be submitting limited evidence before closing arguments begin. Now, if Diddy is found guilty, from what we read and our research, they're saying that he could be found guilty and serve life. They're looking at life. He has SEX trafficking, prostitution, RICO, Diddy oils, booty plugs, and everything else, child, that they done found on his ass. Okay, yeah. So, hey, we'll see what happens. They're saying as early as this Friday, they may have a verdict. So I'm waiting. Everyone's waiting. The world is waiting. All right. We're waiting, child. We are waiting to see what's going to happen this Friday. I know he's going to be found guilty of at least maybe. I'm going to predict two charges. All right. I'm going to predict that Diddy will be found guilty of at least two charges. I know they're going to get him on prostitution and definitely trafficking and nothing else. I'm pretty sure they can catch him on the RICO because as testimonies have ensued, we can find out that several people were involved in making this whole transaction happen, right? Yeah, it takes a village to do crimes like Diddy was doing. And you indeed had a village. You had a drug mule, Christina Corium. We can name names, okay? We can name names. Several people that you said was coming in and setting up your assistants. You had all these assistants coming in and setting up the room for these FOs. They are definitely complicit in this bullshit as well. So, and not one person, all these people that you paid to be in on this BS with you, Diddy, the person that carried your butt plug, they didn't even come up and say, hey, I got you, Diddy. I'll testify for you, okay? The person that was rubbing you down with the hot oils, baby, that person didn't come in there. I don't know, Diddy. I don't know. So, yeah, the hot oil rubber, they ain't coming in. Ain't nobody coming shit. The only person that did testify and they testified against you was the drug mule. Go figure. So everybody that you would have had to testify on your behalf testified against you because these people needed immunity. They are not about to sit in jail for the rest of their damn life, 30, 40 years, like R. Kelly's ass is sitting in there right now on behalf of you, Diddy. And that's crazy. The amount of friends that you had, no one gives a F about you. And that's how I beat y'all. When that Fed time, when people start looking at Fed time, they're like, Even Oprah coming out saying, I wasn't there. Bitch, I was at home in the bed with Stedman back there in the guest house. Because y'all know Stedman stay in the guest house. But yeah, Oprah said, shit, I wasn't there. I want to know Diddy parties. Even TD Jake said, look, I put on my tight ass Easter suit and I came up in that bitch about 30 minutes and I said happy birthday and I was out. You couldn't mail a birthday card. But yeah, we'll see if TD Jake's name come up in the next few days, child, is being the strong bottom that they say he was at these damn Diddy parties. And if not, then we'll move on from that. But in the meantime and in between time, TD Jakes, get ready. All right. Moving on. Woo, child. This thing about to hit the fan. All right. Not one single witness, Lord. That's a shame. Not one witness. Not one witness. Not none of your baby mamas. Okay. Janice Combs was there with her dirty ass, dingy ass, dusty Easter wig that her ass keep wearing. All right. The bitch was frozen like it had damn arthritis in the bangs. And her ass didn't get up there either. Okay. She the one started this bullshit. Your mama is the one that taught you how to be that way. Your mama with her scoliosis damn wig. But anyway, let's get into the next topic. Shamea, honey, Shamea is into it with Brit, Eady. Lord, everybody fighting with Brit. Brit, thank you for not coming back next season, girl, because you don't have no friends either. You and Diddy. Maybe you can go testify for Diddy. Brit, go testify for damn Diddy, okay? You ain't got no friends on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Diddy ain't got no friends in Hollywood. Go figure. Y'all be a perfect match. All right, go testify, because they said you were doing some questionable things over there on OnlyFans. So, did you go into Diddy parties? Okay, let me see your knees. If they real black if your knees real black, then you might have been at some of them parties. All right, because a lot of them people are required to be on their knees at the party. All right, so Shamea, girl, Shamea, whew, did I tell too much? All right, Shamea child says, I was happy to be there to support my friend who is Kelly. So you know, Kelly child. All right, on the toughest days of her life. And I'm so happy that her divorce is final now. Oh, Lord, because I know her husband went to jail when he went to court. Says it now, let's get down to business. That means, bitch, let me read down. Number one. Now, usually when you reading somebody down and you got to put a number in front of it, that means it's about to be a good read down. Because I done read a bitch down like that before. Number one, bitch. When you say it like that, it's over. All right, game over. So Shamea says, number one, bitch, I've never used Kelly's stylist. Did you see where I live? Bitch, I don't need her stylist. We have our own. Get into it. Number two, I've never shown lying ass Brit any motherfucking text. All right. And Porsha, what she said? And Porsha and I not going out to celebrate me having a peach was discussed at her Pampered by Porsha event. Girl, get your lies straight. Okay. Now, Brit is grasping for straws, girl, at this point. Because the bitch, you don't have anything in that damn Obama phone that your ass brought to the show. All right, so number three. All right, I never bring up what someone else does or does not do with their body, unlike you over there on OnlyFans. Catch that. Screaming someone has had an AB was about out of line and way below the belt. Well, we already said that earlier, Shamea. Now, I got to say to Shamea, I like you, but I already said when people are fighting, there are no fair words in a fight. The goal is to go for the jugular. The goal is to rip your bangs out. The goal is to give you a black eye in this verbal altercation. That's how I go. I'm going all the way below the belt. Bitch, I'm gonna snatch the belt off. The belt buckle. Okay, I might put a few more holes in that bitch. I don't give a damn. If you saying something to me that's crazy, game on. All right, I'm gonna talk about your mama, your grandma. I'm gonna snatch some of them hoes from the ancestors, and I'm gonna talk about them. All right, I'm going all the way jugular, full speed ahead on your ass, because that's what you deserve, and that's what Brit did. Okay, I'm sorry, Kelly, you did not have the capability of reading her back. Maybe you should not be picking fights with people when you can't read. All right, but that's what was said. All right, so Shamea jumped in, child, and as if Brit Eady wasn't already getting enough hell on the show, here comes Shamea, child. All right. Child. Up and reading her ass down. So we'll see if Brit Eady responds, child, because she at this point don't have anything to lose. All right. Yeah, honey, she's a juggler type. I like her. I like that part of you. But the other part, where you out here suing people for crazy stuff, I don't know. All right, moving on, girl. Porsha lying ass Williams. Let's get into her, child. Porsha. You might be held in contempt here, girl, for a little old lie that you told. We're going to get to that here later because I found that shit. All right. Now, I know you're notorious for sending out these good old cease and desist. Well, we're not worried about that because we have a little witness that says a little birdie put it into my ear and to my spirit, and it's going to soon be on my screen that you lied in court. When under oath, mind you, okay, when you mentioned something about Simon baby mama contacting you. But first, let's get into this news right here. I know y'all can use. All right, so Porsha, honey, can finally exhale. It says that the Real Housewives of Atlanta star, if we can call her that, all right, who finalized her divorce from Simon Friday, to be exact, on June 11th, opened up about her contentious split, girl. All right, let's get into Porsha, where she speaks out in her first coming interview, child, since finalizing her nightmare divorce, is what she called it, from Simon Friday, the person that she went to this man's house when he was married and was twerking in his pool, all right, dropping all them crabs in there like it was a good old crab ball over there in Fallon pool. And as soon as she gave you that fraud ass ninja, now you crying in interviews because you can't drive the Rolls Royce because your tags is damn expired, and you can't get your tags right because Simon got your damn paperwork for the car, and he's over there deported and won't give it to you, girl. I'm sorry you got to catch the bus as a millionaire, Porsha. But let's get into what she had to say.
Well, now that my divorce is finalized, yes, I'm finally able to exhale. I really am. It comes with mixed feelings. It's probably more of like, it's not like a smooth, like, it's like, you know, because it's not smooth yet. Like it's kind of surreal. I mean, divorces are so long and drawn out and so ugly.
Girl, especially that first one you was in with Cordell, girl, because you ain't get a damn thing, but go off.
But I'm just glad not to be in the fight anymore. I'm glad not to battle anymore. I really hope that I can just send love out and be done with like fighting and protecting myself and being in defense mode. I'm just ready to move on and live. I really am. I'm ready for what's next. I really, really am. And I forgive myself.
Are you waiting for your next marriage, your third marriage to the next foreign man? Because you like them foreign, girl. What you got going on? Because you damn sure don't have no damn storyline. Okay, that's out of the picture. You ain't got no storyline, ain't no children, ain't no laughter, like Mr. said on The Color Purple. What you got next coming up, Porsha? Okay.
And I truly forgive him. And I'm done with the animosity. And I'm done with what could have been.
Well, girl, don't be done yet, because you got to wait to see if Simon gonna send that good old $40,000 next month, because you owe you owe some more payments. All right. So Simon is over there in Dubai living his best life, drinking the best coffees and taking good long walks over there in the good old streets of Qatar. So you want to wait to see if he's gonna send you that good $40,000 before you be done fighting, okay? Because you might be back in court.
And I'm also done fantasizing about what it could have been. Because when you have a marriage like mine that felt so perfect, you often, after the breakup, fantasize about how perfect it could have been and what you could have done different. Right. And I'm okay now with how everything has happened. And I'm good. Nice. Well, now that my divorce is finalized, yes, I'm finally able to exhale.
Girl. All right. Now that you've exhaled, let's go ahead and get this other news out so you can exhale again, child, and tell us why you chose to lie in court. Now, Simon Gufradia's ex-wife has some things to say about Porsha lying on her in court. Let's talk about it, shall we? That's my that's my show music. All right. That's my abracadabra music. Simon Gufradia's ex-wife debunks Porsha Williams' child support claims. Now, y'all remember in court, and I played it for you guys, where Porsha said that she, now do I have, hold on, because y'all know I like a good old receipt, honey. Hold on, honey. Because when I'm talking, I like you guys know everything I'm talking about. I'm about to spin the block on that, but I got to pull up where she went to court and let y'all hear it. Some of y'all are watching me for the very first time, so I want you guys to get all of this news that I know y'all gonna be able to use. All right, give me 1 second, honey. Let's get it up there. Because, honey, Porsha was in court over there saying that she, that she was paying child support. Let me see if it's under here. Let me see if this is it. Hold on. Okay. Shout out to Keisha snapping off on Porsha's ass. Hold on, y'all. Because we got to hear this ish, honey. Porsha up and said she was paying Simon's child. Here it go. Here it go, Lord. Ooh, see? Let's play that first. Then we got to play the other one so it can make sense. I don't want y'all like, Cameron, what are you talking about? All right. Baby, we got to spin the block, honey. We got to give y'all all this, baby. All right, let's get into it again. Shout out to the girls are fighting because, baby, they are fighting. All right, so, is that it? I think this is it.
I had signed me on, and I had signed on to do Simcoe Food Group in Dubai with him. And so while I was there, after I found out, this was, like I said, February, January, I found out all of these lies, all of these things that had happened in his past that I had directly asked him about, that he had lied about. So, including a lot of the fraud I did not know about. So I was on high alert and I was on edge. And so when we were in Dubai, knowing that my name was on one of the companies, and I was hearing from him that I needed to take my name off of a business company, bank account, and then Rosie, his partner, was telling me that I needed
Objection, Judge, to hearsay to anyone who's...
Just be cautious of that.
So just for the purpose of the record, objection sustained.
Oh, okay. So there were discrepancies in what I was in Dubai to do with the business. And so I asked Simon, would I be able to have my attorneys involved? He said no, and he got very irate with me. And I was afraid at that point of what he had me involved in. And later on I found out through paperwork at our home that he had lied about having a company with Rosie, which is one of Akon's wives, and etc. So moving forward, before I filed, he was going to Costa Rica, and I asked him, I was very concerned. Again, this is another international trip he was taking on that same green card that we now know is invalid, also with him not having naturalization here in the United States. So I remember texting him and telling him, look, we have to talk. I am so concerned. To the point to where when he got home, we had a conversation in the bedroom, and I told him, I said, listen, I've contacted an attorney. He's an immigration attorney. He's been doing this for 30 years, and I want you to talk to him. He has gone over your court documents from January, him being denied naturalization. And I said, I want you to hear him tell you that you should not fly because you will be deported. So I put the attorney on speakerphone. We both sat, and the attorney went through it back and front, gave him details of why from his past all the way up until that day of why he should not travel. When we got off the phone with the attorneys, Simon said, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm leaving. I got to go to Costa Rica because I need to sort some things out with that house. And, at that point, I knew that he was not listening to me. He did not take my feelings into consideration. And I was very fearful and told him that, I don't know what will happen if you get deported. I don't have any way to do anything. So that, in combination with the untruths and what I felt could possibly be fraud activity that I was involved in Dubai, I wanted to enforce. I had signed me on, and I had signed on.
Okay. So as you guys can hear, she said Simon was not listening to her. He was flying back and forth in and out of the country on an invalid green card and could not get naturalization. He been trying to get naturalization since the 90s, and that shit never worked. He tried to use several names as well. I keep saying I feel like Porsha knew of some of the fraudulent shit that was going on, but because of the money and the lifestyle that she was afforded, she was not about to give that up and or F it up. So it says that Porsha Williams says the ex-husband Simon Gufrati lied about having a business with rapper Akon's wife. Now, during their divorce hearing, Porsha claims that Simon stopped contributing financially, leaving her to cover their mortgage and even his child support payments. Now, it says she also alleges that Simon's ex-wife contacted her assistant seeking financial assistance. Additionally, Porsha says that she's now forced to sell the home where her mother lives. Meanwhile, Simon reveals that their wedding cost $3 million and admits that none of his American-based businesses are currently operating. Credit to Keisha, and shout out to the girls of fighting. All right, so let's get to this next piece because this just dropped, and baby, we got to talk about it. Okay, Porsha might be in a little bit of trouble because you did say under oath that you paid the child support to Simon's baby mama. According to her contacting you. So that may not be true because she's saying that it did not. So it says that Simon Gufrati's ex-wife debunks Porsha Williams' child support claims. It says that Simon's ex-wife Marsha contacted straight from the A and tells ATLian, okay, which is Michelle, that she did not reach out to Porsha for child support. Said that Porsha testified under oath stating that Simon's ex-wife reached out to her for help paying $5,000 in child support. Let's go.
So this is Marsha right here, right? Marsha is Simon's first wife. Marsha said, I heard that Porsha said I reached out begging for child support. Untrue. This is the message I received from her. So I downloaded the messages. Hold on. Here it is. So this is from Porsha. Y'all see this? This is from Porsha. Porsha says, hi, Marsha. This is Porsha. I got your number from Lauren, my assistant. She said you called about asking about the bookshelf for the boys. Now, you remember I told y'all that Porsha had put the boys out, right? The boys had rooms there. The boys had a nanny there. The boys would go to and from school there. They lived there 50% of the time, okay? They lived with, Simon and Porsha and Pilar. They had their own rooms. So, when Porsha put them out, it's been months and they don't even have, any of their toys, their stuff, their books, their, computer, like all their stuff is still at the house. So the mama was trying to get it. So she said, you called asking about the bookshelf for the boys. I'm going to have her coordinate a time with you so that we can send what the boys want from, from their room. Also, I know it's a sensitive topic, but this is Porsha now. Also, I know it's a sensitive topic, but if there are any issues, if you haven't received child support since Simon's been away, I'm happy to take care of the child support for him. So Porsha said the mama reached out to her saying that Simon hadn't paid no child support. And apparently it's Porsha reaching out to the mom, asking the mom about the child support. Okay, now listen. Hold on. This is diabolical. Porsha had a plan, honey. She said, I'm happy to take care of the child support for him just because I love those boys and I just want to make sure they get what they need. And then the mama said, hi, Porsha. Christian asked about his books again today. So he will be very happy to get this. So, So I think, the mama probably took the money, because again, Simon was detained for, almost 3 months, but he wasn't, behind on his child support. Okay, so this is Mark.
That Simon was not behind on his child support, according to what Porsha testified in court. Simon was behind on the child support, and the baby mama reached out to her begging for child support, and she assisted her in doing so. Saying here that $5,000 was given to her. But Porsha, it sounds like Porsha put Simon's kids out because from what we also read in another tab where it says that Simon's kids were living with Simon and Porsha. So it gives that Porsha put the kids out because, you know, once Simon got picked up by ICE, the kids got put out, but they never got a chance to get their books and stuff. Their kids are in school, mind you. They have clothes there, they have toys there, all of their personal things, probably electronics as well. So Porsha put them out. As you guys can see, the mother is reaching out to Porsha once again to ask for the children's things. And it doesn't appear that the children have gotten those things. So how is it you can send the $5K, but you can't send them their personal items? I'm not understanding that. And it's given that your assistant sister, Lauren, because Lauren is your sister, she could have arranged for that since that's her job to assist you in things that need to be assisted in. Not understanding that, and maybe that's very noble of you to do that. Maybe you was going to try to get the $5K back from Simon on the back end. You ain't even going to get the $40K, let alone the $5K from Simon, because Simon ain't going to give you shit. I just feel it. I just know it. Simon is sitting back watching, and he knows what Porsha is about. She's about that money. He feels like Porsha got this unfair judgment in court in terms of their divorce, and he's not happy about it. He's already made it known that he's not happy about it. So I don't think that he's going to cooperate with what the judge put down in order for Porsha to get this $40K. She got the car that he didn't want her to get. And I know he's not coming up off the paperwork for her to get the registration straight so that she can drive said car. Well, he didn't want her to film in the car for the show Real Housewives of Atlanta. So this has been a constant fight back and forth. It does appear that Porsha did one up him in this divorce, but I feel like what in terms of what Simon has to give her in addition to after said verdict, I don't feel like he's gonna do it. I just don't feel like it. So what do y'all think about that? The baby mama says, the baby mama, which is the mother of Simon's kids, his first wife, says, hey, I ain't reach out to Porsha. Porsha reached out to me about some money. So I don't know. Maybe Porsha got her story, mixed up while she was in court. I don't know. Maybe she was going through some type of distress while she was testifying. Maybe she was missing Simon. Hell, I don't know. But it sounds like some truth was not told in your testimony as related to your divorce case, Porsha. All right. But she says she's happy, ready to move on and do bigger and better things. We'll see what happens. We will be watching Porsha. Porsha will be on another show coming up. I think Traders is going to be Traders, I think. So she got some other things coming up that she's going to be doing. She's getting back into the TV spotlight and getting her money up and doing what needs to be done because she didn't do a damn thing this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But that is it, and that's all on that. Let's get into this update on Shanquilla. All right. We talked about Shanquilla the other day. We talked about Imani Green, a.k.a. Dejanay Jackson, with her man-face ass. She filed some type of motion or responded to a motion that was put out as related to the Shanquilla case. All right. She said, hey, they tried to come to the house where they thought I lived and try to serve me. I ain't lived there no more. Whoever it was that accepted the paperwork, it won't me. So I don't feel like I should have to, answer to this. And I feel like the time limit for what you guys try to file this on, I feel like that has, gone out now. I don't feel like y'all can serve me nothing because the time limit is gone. They expired. So again, there's no expiration when you unalive somebody. There's no expiration date on when they can come for you. It's not. All right, so let's get into this because this is a recent update on this Shanquilla case. All right, and I think we got it on closed caption for those of you that may not be able to hear well. Let's get into that. Shout out to Live Impact News, WCNC.
Robinson, you may be familiar with this. So we got some new developments. And again, new developments when it comes to the ongoing fight, when it comes to justice and the death of Shanquella Robinson. She's from Charlotte. So one of the travel mates who vacationed with Robinson in Cabo back in 2022 is trying to get the civil lawsuit against her thrown out. WCNC Charlotte's Jessica Pierre joins us live now. She's there at the Mecklenburg County Courthouse, I believe. So and Jess, you've been following the story for months. Catch us up. What do you have? What's the latest?
Hi, yeah, so I'm right outside of actually the federal courthouse, and we were just here a few months ago when a federal judge heard the arguments in a lawsuit that the family filed against the FBI, the Department of State, as well as all of the 6 travel mates. Now, it's been more than 2.5 years since Shanquella Robinson died in that mysterious death in Mexico. And we had seen that video that went viral showing her getting beaten by one of those travel mates. But after all of this time, no one has been held accountable. So like I mentioned, the family sued all of the folks in the trip, the FBI and the Department of State, claiming negligence for the federal agency. And so now the woman who has been accused as being the main aggressor in those videos, she's asking for those charges.
Hi, Mr. Wonderful here. You know, I
I'm not
don't
gonna
waste
add you
time, and I
guys.
definitely don't waste
Let's
money.
get back to
I joined
it.
Start Engine.
Charges to be dropped. So Imani Green, she changed her name. Her name was Dejanay Jackson, but now she goes by Imani Green. She has filed so that for the judge to dismiss the wrongful death lawsuit against her. She claims that she wasn't properly served in the court documents and says the statute of limitation has expired. Now, we did reach out to Shanquella Robinson's family attorney, Sue Ann Robinson, and she says that this information is incorrect. So, it's gonna, I guess, it kind of all comes down to what the judge decides at the end on if this case is going to be dismissed or not. However, the judge did dismiss the lawsuit against the FBI and the Department of State. Now, another thing, again, this has been a long, ongoing case. The travel maids, when they first came back from the trip, they spoke to the family and told them that she had died of alcohol poisoning. But her death records and so forth showed that she had a broken neck and a severed spinal cord injury on that trip, which all, go along with that mysterious death of hers. And then that video that went viral after that, showing her getting beaten by one of those folks on the trip, tells a different tale. So, her family has been fighting for justice for a very long time, just really wanting someone to be held accountable in her death. Now, at last check, no final ruling has been made yet on the dismissal request. Nick?
And Jesse, before I let you go, on a personal note, like at least since I've been here over a year and a half, and you've been covering this story a lot. Like, what has it been like covering this story? Because there's been so many twists and turns since this happened.
There have been a lot of twists and turns, and it's been a long time, and there's been a lot of emotions tied to this case. I remember going to her funeral, and hundreds of people showed up wearing pink and, showing support for her, people who knew her, people who didn't know her. And I think that the question continues, you go on a trip, vacation with who you believe are 6 friends of yours. And then, if you're a family member of Shanquella Robinson, it's like, wait, what happened to my child? She went on this trip. You see this video of her being beaten, and there's so many questions. Why would this happen? Why would others sit around and, record it, and not do anything to stop it? And so now you have this young woman who has died, and there's just no accountability, no arrest, and there's just still so many questions surrounding her death,
Yeah, so it's a lot of twists and turns. A lot has been going on. Jesse's been covering it. Jesse, thank you for that. And when can folks, before I let you go, when can folks check out your story tonight?
I will be on at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock today. And then we'll, of course, have the web article. So if you miss it live on air, you can definitely go back and watch it on WCNC.com.
All right, that is Jesse Pierre with the latest on the Shanquella Robinson case. Jesse, thank you for your time here. It's a story that, I was in Raleigh when this story happened, and we covered it from afar. And then, when I got the job here, moved here, obviously with Shanquella Robinson, being from Charlotte, a major case. So still a lot of questions. There, and I'm sure her family is seeking some closure in this case.
Okay, so that's the update. Okay, so Imani Green, aka Dejanay Jackson, was saying, "Hey, the statute of limitation has gone out for this particular case. They didn't serve me properly." According to Shanquilla's attorney, Sue Ann Robinson, is saying, "Yeah, no, that's not true. You were definitely served." So they've been running. As you guys know, the Cabo Six have all been running. Everybody's relocated. They changed numbers. They blocked numbers. They told family, don't tell, where we are. I did see where one of the Cabo Six they ran up on at a hospital that they worked at. They jumped in their car and peeled out real fast whenever the news people try to ask them questions. We know about 3 of the Cabo Six that were out at some Mexican restaurant, because I reported it here on my channel, were out having a good old time, living their life up like it's golden child. And some people recognized them in the parking lot and proceeded to stomp their asses out. They got into a huge fight and they got beat down. I'm talking about hands and feet. But at the end of the day, this case is still ongoing. The family is still pursuing charges. Again, they were waiting for Mexico to extradite, But Shanquella Robinson, as well as Shanquilla's family, mom and dad, they are asking that the U.S. Step into this case to try to help push it along to get somebody convicted. All 6 of them should be in jail because they did lie on the oath. They flew back knowing that this girl was unalive when they flew back. They brought her things back. They lied to her family, one of which sat down down from the street from the funeral and was watching all of this transpire. It's a lot as far as this goes. It's 2.5 years that's gone by in this case, and they need to figure out how they're going to prosecute and move forward in terms of holding somebody accountable for Shanquilla's death, and that's what needs to be done. So that's it, and that's all, guys. Thank y'all so much. Said that we need to get these middays up. Yeah, let's get a thumbs up, guys. Please thumbs up the video. Please like the video. All right. I know you guys are excited to be here to get the news that I know you guys can use, but please go ahead and hit the like button. All right. We got 136 likes and 234 people watching. All right. Haters, y'all asses ain't, exception to the rule. Go ahead and hit the like as well. If you're going to come over here and click on my channel when you see me go live, the least you can do is hit the like. If not, get the fuck off my channel. All right. Yeah. So let's get out of here. Thank you all for being here. My mods, thank you. KBR, thank you. Belle Wilson, Scorpion Miss, and Tyra. Thank you so much. Rose Armstead and True TV Podcast. Thank you as well. Sunny Days, I see you in the building. Schoolboy, thank you for being here. Do we have any more? Do we have any more content creators? Purple Unicorn, if you're here, thanks for being here. All right. What's the other one? I keep forgetting her, and I'm sorry. What is it? Some Simple Mom, thanks for being here. And Family TV, thanks for being here, love. Who else? Did I miss somebody else? Girl, I have to be so aggressive in tone sometimes with people because it's crazy. I don't click on places that I don't want to be or places that people that I don't like. So it's weird that people would click on your video. They don't like you, but they'll just sit in the bushes and still listen. Maybe they can't come into the chat because their leader will not allow them to like my video. I don't know, or be seen in my chat. I don't know what it is, but I know that you're here. Everyone else knows that you're here as well. But hey, it's still a like. I mean, it's still a view. All right, the views still matter as well. So black views matter. All right, fist up. Let's get out of here. Love you guys down. Until the next video, again, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Yeah, thank y'all for being here, and bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief.